What's going on, everybody? DjGoHam here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, Giant Software hosted day one of FarmCon 21 over on their Twitch page live and had lots to talk about, including how self-publishing their game will work, a look behind the scenes of how the cinematic trailer was made, a peek inside the new USA Map Elmcreek, a closer look at seasonal cycles for FS22, and a look back on how far we've come with precision farming and the background of how it came to be. In these recap videos over today, tomorrow, and Friday, I'm going to be going over the top stories that happened at FarmCon that day. Day one is today, and we're going to be talking about the new USA map and the new seasonal cycle. So let's get right into it. First up, let's take a look at the new USA map Elmcreek. For today's presentation, one of the senior level designers at Giants, who is responsible for the visual and structural look of the new map, took us on a virtual tour around some of the spots on the map, as well as just an overall guide to Elmcreek, USA. This map is inspired by the US Midwest, but is not completely flat like the real-life variant. They wanted to make it more interesting so that your playing experience was much better. There will be no coastline to this map like there was on Ravenport. There will also be lots of bridges to drive over and under because of the train tracks and the rivers around the area. The map will still be a 2x map like we have in FarmSim 19 right now, but will be different since there's no real town in the map. They wanted to focus on the surrounding farmland and make it seem like it's on the edge of town. One thing that they've tried to do as well is put trees in areas where draw distance would be an issue. That way, they don't have any draw distance issues behind the trees. One thing to know about this one is that the farm will almost be smack dab in the middle of the map, instead of near the edge and bottom right, like it was in FS19. That way you can expand your farm out and around however you want, rather than sideways or up and down. Another thing that they have done is decrease the number of buildings on the farm to start with, and made the ones that are there open and accessible, meaning that most of the buildings on your farm will be able to be entered and used for storing machines, bales, and things like that. It's awesome and a great change for the static, unusable buildings from FarmSim 19. Wasn't a fan. There's going to be a total of 81 fields on Elmcreek, huge, ranging from large to small, of course medium ones as well, but you can always buy a few smaller medium ones or even a couple large ones and plow them together just like in previous games. Another thing that they have done with the fields is made them different shapes. They might be square, rectangle, rounded, or some crazy shape that doesn't even have a name. That way you're able to find the right field for you, and this way they'll be much more interesting to harvest and work the fields as well. There will also be undefined areas on the map with no field numbers, just like on the Alpine map. That way you can buy the land and go crazy with it. Another great thing about the map is there's going to be more than one farm. That's right, there are farms on there that are going to be available around the map. That way you can use them in multiplayer mode so that everyone has their own farm right off the bat, or you could just have more than one farm in single player. That's cool too. Just like in FarmSim 19, you could choose to create your farm on any land that you own as well. So those of you that like to do that, you don't have to feel like you can't use your own creativity to go crazy, or not go crazy. Go nuts and create something amazing. And secondly today, let's talk about the new seasonal cycles in Farming Simulator 22. Of course, just like in 19, we're going to have 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Nothing crazy there. Included with seasons is the new crop calendar, where you can see things that look very similar to what you're used to seeing now, but changed up just a little bit. Growth and crop prices will work very similar to the way they work now in FarmSim 19. Not much has changed there. Seasons are locked to 3-day seasons, however, and everything is labeled with months instead of spring 1, spring 2, spring 3, etc. So now you have January, February, March, etc. You can plow snow in the winter as well, so that's pretty cool. One of the benefits of the new seasons is you can skip days, so you can skip one day or more depending on if there's anything for you to do or not. So if you have nothing to do in summer 2, just skip it. Go from summer 1 to summer 3 and you're good to go. As you know, some people like to play with seasons and some don't, so they have done what they can to make it easy for everyone. One thing you're probably curious about: can you turn off seasons? Well, this was something that was confirmed at one point. However, it seems like maybe a few things have changed. Looks like seasons is always going to be on. However, you can turn off the crop calendar. So you can plant whenever you want, but that's the extent that toggle goes. That's what I've been told, so hopefully we get a little bit more clarification on that soon. I'll let you guys know, don't worry. Snow masks have been added to everything as well as season admirers, which are pretty easy to control now for FarmSim 22 versus FarmSim 19 for modders. Map makers can also define where their map is located in the world. Farming Simulator 22 will change the seasons based off of that line of code in the map, cool is that? They're going to be able to set custom crop calendars to fit perfectly. This is going to be great. Kind of like the built-in seasons geos work now with maps like Chellington Valley. Base game seasons is going to be a game changer, and I can't wait to use it. And that is it. That is all the big stuff that happened today at FarmCon 21. Day one was lots of fun, but had way more going on than just seasons and the American map. Those are just the two big stories. For everything else, check out the links in the description below, and make sure you tune in to day 2 of FarmCon tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. UK time. See you there. Farming Simulator 22 will be released on Monday, November 22nd, 2021 on PC, Mac, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Google Stadia. If you're on PC and you would like to pre-order the game now, check out the link below and make sure to use code DjGoHam. That link goes to help support the channel at no additional cost to you, and 100% of the proceeds from the Farming Simulator 22 pre-orders go back into giveaways, so that those of you that cannot get the game, you're still going to have a chance to get one in one of the giveaways. I want to make sure that everyone who wants to play the new game is able to play it. Thank you to everyone who has used that code so far. You guys are rock stars, man. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's recap video. If you did, make sure you drop a like on it, get subscribed to the channel if you're new, and join the GoHam fam. Make sure you turn your notification bells on as well so that you never miss any future Farming Simulator 22 content and daily Farming Simulator videos here on the channel. All being said, hope you have a great day. We'll see you later. Peace.
A wise man once said, to forget how to dig the soil, tend the earth, is to forget ourselves. Well, maybe some have, but a few of us still know. You gotta be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool breeze can dance across your skin. But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff. Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall, you get back up again. 'Cause this is more than just a job. It's a calling. Who else would choose to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day, and then spend the evening planning how they're gonna do it all over again, better, tomorrow? Day after day. Season after season. Year after year. That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far forward and back from us as long as farmers have been tending this earth. And farmers will be around as long as such a thing exists. Tomorrow is secured by those willing to dirty their hands today. So when you feel alone out there in the field, just remember, you're not. Think about all those that have come before you. And all those that'll follow. Plant today. Harvest tomorrow.